So this is the August edition of Agency Scalers Deep Dive. We do this maybe once, twice a month, where we open the floor really to anyone if they've got any questions, any requests, and I'll try and help as best as I can, or point people in the right direction so they can get the answers they need or get the resources they need. So let's just go straight into it. I've done no prep on this. I'm just going to riff on any of these questions. So Chris Willow, who is the founder of SPP. If you haven't looked at SPP and you're a productised agency, I recommend you go and do that. SPP is probably one of the leading platforms out there to start selling services in a productised way, something we talk about a lot in Scalers. So check out SPP, and Chris Willow is in Scalers if you ever want to have a chat with him as well. So Chris Willow said, for productised agencies, how important is it to have full self-service buy off the website without talking to anyone? Because I think that's a common misconception. That doesn't necessarily work for higher ticket services. So I'm just making this a bit bigger here. So what Chris is asking is, how important is it to have full service buy off the website without talking to anyone? Chris is asking, like, there's a common misconception in the industry, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but I think what you're saying is the misconception is you need to get on the phone for higher ticket services. Now, we've sold products for $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 without talking to anyone. We sell products and values of products like that regularly. There's no need to get on the phone if you have demonstrated everything on your landing page properly. So you need to obviously give the price. You need to list all the features of the product. And I say features because benefits is more of a B2C thing. You know, the 1,000 songs in your pocket, the classic Apple way of selling things, is kind of a B2C thing mainly. With B2B, people are purchasing with more of a logical angle. You know, they want to know how much it costs, exactly what they get, how much profit they could make if they use you guys, or you know what the stats are, the numbers, the details. It's not an emotional purchase. There may be some emotion involved if they're saving time or they're going to make their life easier, but mainly it's about features. If you list all the features, if you show trust, you know, and that's with testimonials, with reviews. If you have a big brand and you've got a video, a VSL really increases trust. You've got a YouTube channel. People are going to search for you on YouTube. People are going to search for you on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. People are going to look for you. Don't think they won't. And you need to look like you've got a bit of a heartbeat. You know, you don't want an empty YouTube channel. You don't want an empty LinkedIn. You need to be posting content. If you do all these things, there's no reason why you can't sell something for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 without speaking to anyone. Now, recently we've added book a call to our website. Some people use it, but it wasn't really necessary. It's just we've got the resources now for our staff and our team to be answering phone calls and to be giving advice and that kind of thing. So we can do it, but it's not necessary. So yeah, I think high ticket doesn't mean you need to go on a phone call. I think it's a limiting belief. You know, we're well into the maturity of the internet now. People are buying things for crazy amounts of money online without speaking to a soul. You can buy a $100,000 Tesla without speaking to anyone. It just gets delivered to your door. You customize it all online. I think that the easier you make the onboarding process and the more user-friendly you make everything, you know, have an onboarding form, it just becomes pointless to speak to anyone, you know, at that point with the amount of technology we've got these days to facilitate a big purchase. So I think it's really important to give the option for someone to buy online without having to speak to someone, because I think it just streamlines the business so much. Now, that isn't to say you shouldn't have a book a call option. it might help, especially with some of the more complicated services. But I think remove this limiting belief of having to get on a call or gate all your services by a call just because it's over $500. So yeah, I think that answers that question. What is your experience moving your business to Spain? How much your outreach focus on Spanish clients versus English? I'm in Mallorca. I know it's a big difference for doing business, at least SEO, compared to Germany. Okay, so I've moved to Spain, but I haven't moved the business to Spain. So personally, I'm going through a residency, to move here, but we've not moved the business to Spain. The business remains in the UK. We're thinking about opening a Spanish SL just for legalities, formalities. We don't really have many European or Spanish clients. We do offer a multilingual SEO service, but it's not our focus right now. What we have found is that international markets are much more expensive just because there is much less bloggers out there and much less understanding, to put it in a broad sense, of the link building landscape. Bloggers need to be convinced more about this process of collaborating with brands, and there's not as many of them. So yeah, there is a big difference, and we've usually found that it's much more expensive to do link building in other countries when compared to UK and US. That might be changing over the years. I know a few companies that are focusing on this and bringing it a bit more mainstream. But at the minute, our focus is UK and US, and our businesses in the UK. We've not done much with moving the business. Okay, so if you're considering selling organic leads or renting out your Rank and Rent website, what would your outreach process look like? So I don't do any Rank and Rent, and the person really to learn from with this is Jackie Chow. If you go on X and search for him, he's also got a community. Rank and Rent, if you've already got your website, I would literally email all of the top companies in the area you're focusing on, all of the top ones, and just say to them, look, we've got a page that's ranking, it's getting this much traffic. If you want to be number one in this list, it costs this much. If you want to be number two, it costs this much. If you want to be number three, it costs this much per month. And then give them a Stripe link for them to just purchase straight away. I wouldn't even make it any more complicated than that. You could send a little Loom video with it as well to further explain what it is, because some business owners won't even understand what Rank and Rent is or anything like that. You just got to say you've got a page that's ranking, and you can send them leads. And that was from Vadim again. So he's done 2 questions there. Joshua says, as an agency, what are your thoughts on building third-party assets which you rank and use as leverage to support the niche you work with? So yeah, I'm all for it. I think what you're talking about here is maybe if you're focusing on a specific niche, building sort of resources, websites that target that niche, but then you can use it as a bit of a client lead magnet as well. I mean, why not? I mean, if you've got the resources to do it, it's a great way to kind of get clients. I mean, this community in itself is a third party asset. I'm not trying to rank this, but we're getting agencies sign up in this community, and then maybe one day they use Fat Joe. We also built this AI tool suite, with loads of SEO tools in it, video tools, email tools, business tools. We built this to target marketers, SEOs, and then we funnel, sales back to Fat Joe. Also, it's got links back to Fat Joe. It's a third-party asset which supports the lead flow back to Fat Joe. So I believe in doing these things. We also built this Chrome extension, which is a rank checker with 70,000 users, all SEOs, All these go onto our mailing list where you can email them whenever we want and get leads from that. So if this is the kind of thing that you're on about, like, I'm all for it, and I think it's a great way to get leads. It's sustainable, it's everlasting. I would highly recommend. This is from Ayush. Joe, I want to learn how to get leads for your agency. How to set up a proper system that helps you get a good number of leads every month. So if you go into our classroom on Scalers and you go to agency funnels, we've got a few ways of getting leads in here, and this is in progress. I'm gonna keep adding to this, but mainly look at this agency funnels page. So there's a personal brand element to this, which I recommend anyone who's just starting out, build your personal brand, because this is going to be a great way to get clients. It does require a lot of effort daily, but that's a good way to get clients. Build a lead magnet which leads into your services. So, for example, if you're selling backlinks or SEO, you build some kind of course or video or ebook framework, some kind of download that they can get instantly, which will tell them about your methodology. Allow them to have all the secrets that you of your strategy. Allow them to learn how to do it themselves. But you're going to find 10-20% of the people that download this lead magnet will just ask you to do it. So that's another great way to do it. Run ads to a discovery call. So if you've got some budget, run some ads and get people on a call. Run ads to a productised offer. So we're all about productised offers in this community. If you've got something, quite, what's the word, universal, something that could appeal to a lot of people, don't do something really, really super niche. Do something that's, backlinks is a good one at a certain price. Run ads to it. You're going to get sales instantly without having to, think about leads. They're just going to buy. And the other way that you could get leads quite consistently is using this Loom method here. So if you go to the classroom, you can see this Loom video under lead flow strategies, basically going out, looking at companies that are spending big on PPC and targeting them with a really targeted email, telling them how you'd get them to rank for that keyword instead of spending loads on PPC. So there's some methods there, and if you deep dive into that, I will be adding some more to it. But if you deep dive into that, you'll find something that works for you. Joshua has asked about client reporting frequency, structured depth. SEO results are usually best measured quarterly, but frequency increases sense of value and client confidence. When you have client payments on random dates, how do you push everyone to the same reporting schedule without delaying payments? Frequency, depth, weekly, fortnightly, monthly. Okay, so if your client billing is on random dates, that's separate to reporting, in my opinion. So your client could sign on midway through the month, and they could get a report at the end of the month because that's your reporting cycle. So everyone's on different billing cycles. I understand that because they subscribe at a different time, but then everyone's on different reporting cycles. Now, what I would try and do is, I would try and get everyone on a standard reporting cycle. Yeah, it's going to be too hard for you to do this otherwise. So this is a tough. I understand what you're saying here. Yeah, this is a tough one actually. So if someone signs up midway through the month and then you send them a report at the end of the month, but you haven't done all the things by the month, it depends what you're doing here. It depends what kind of service you're doing. But yeah, whenever they sign up, I would try and push it to a standard reporting schedule, no matter when they've paid. And you could even try and push to a standard billing. So even if they sign up on midway through the month, just start the billing the first of the next month. I think that might make it easier, because if you're doing all your reports randomly throughout the month, it's going to be quite difficult. At least I would standardise your reporting schedule to the end of every month, no matter when their billing schedule is, and then you've just got to kind of accept that there's a nuance between when they started the billing to when you're reporting. You've just got to treat them you've got to treat the end of the month as the end of their billing cycle. That's the way I'd do it. It's not perfect, but that if you're doing some kind of manual reporting, this is the only way you could scale it, I'd imagine. Monthly, I think, is a great cadence for SEO, even though, especially in early days, not a lot can happen, or a lot might not happen within a month in terms of results. You need to always just report on deliverables. Deliverables is the tangible thing in SEO when there's nothing else, or when results are bad, or when results are just non-existent. You've still got the deliverables to say, look, we did this, and we have every confidence that by doing this, we're going to see the results in a few weeks or months' time. So in terms of the depth of the SEO report, I mean, I wouldn't recommend to send these automated reports that are just like so, unless you can make them really good with AI or something. I just think that clients see through it, and I think the best way to do reporting at scale is to do a Loom video. So even if you do a hybrid of like some kind of automated report, which reports on their deliverables, the results, traffic, etc., and then you or a client operator or a client account manager, whatever you want to call them, goes over this report and gives them some nuance and human touch, to make them feel, wow, these guys are really looking after my account. They've got some good plans going ahead. Let's carry on. I use a few agencies for Fat Joe for various different departments, and I love when the reports have some kind of Loom video that's asynchronous, because it gives me the feel of a live call, but I hate getting on live calls, and I love just someone talking over it, so I haven't got to read it and dissect it myself and try and analyse all the results. Someone's just doing it for me. So yeah, I'll do a Loom video with some kind of automated report, and your reporting cadence I'll do at the end of every month, no matter when they signed up. So if they signed up on the 29th of the month, send the report on the 30th. Just like, we've just started, so there's not much to report on here, but you'll get a report every month. See you next month. You got to do it like that, because if you start doing reports on the 7th, the 20th, the 21st, it's going to be a lot of staggered ad hoc work for you, where I think you could scale it by doing it on one day. Salim Khan asked a similar question to Ayush, which is how to get consistent flow leads. Consistent flow leads, go to the classroom, and there's some ideas in there. The Loom method is good, but also building your personal brand, running ads to a lead magnet, running ads to a productised offer, running ads to a book a call. You can set these up and you get consistent flow leads. Whether you're doing ads or whether you're doing like effort, you need to decide. It depends on budget, but if you're doing effort, you've got to show up every day to LinkedIn or whatever. You've got to show up every day doing an email or building some kind of customized proposal. Whether you're doing ads, you've got to keep the ads running. So consistency is key in both. How to productise service with 1K? Well, the same way you'd productise a service for $20. You get a service, you build a process, you pick a price, and then you sell it. There's no secret really. If someone wants to buy a service for $50 productised, it's the same process as someone buying a service for $1,000 productised, or $2,000 or $5,000 or $100,000. The Tesla example, people are buying cars for $100,000 online. you know, they're going to buy your $2,500 SEO service. It's not that out of the question. How to promote it? Same again, ads or effort. Effort being posting on your personal brand and, you know, have a lead magnet or cold emailing. Ad platforms. Google Ads is good if you've got something specific. So if you're selling, if you've got, I don't know, a PPC service, you know, I would, you can run ads to, you know, paid ads consultancy or paid ads management. If you've got design service, you know, run ads to design service. Facebook is cheaper, but it's, I think it works a little bit more for like lead magnets, target your target market, put lead magnets instead of going direct to service. How as a one-man automation agency specialising in cold email lead generation could get a consistent flow of leads without having to run cold outbound? Well, again, the only way to do this would be ads. So, you know, you have to have something consistent, and whether that's effort, which is you doing something every day, whether it's cold email or posting on LinkedIn, posting on Facebook, posting on wherever your audience is, posting on Twitter. The other option is, you know, running ads which are consistently running, automated and targeting to your users. So I hope that's helped. Just yeah, let me know if you got any more questions on this. I'll happily comment underneath this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.